Heather Walker is on the scene there. It was first on the scene for us this afternoon. Heather, what can you tell us?
Well, Brian, this scene actually is appearing to be clearing right now. If you take a look to my left, there's been a stream of cars coming out of this scene. It appears that the suspect has been taken away to the hospital. At least one officer shot. Now I'm joined here with a witness. Actually, you've been on the phone with your wife who saw this all unfold. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, it happened right in front of my house. My wife called me at work, and I came home. The guy was walking down the street. There was a police car sitting in front of our house, and she said the guy just pulled out a rifle and started shooting. He shot the windows out of the cop car, and I don't know. She thought maybe one of the officers was hit. Then she kind of ducked out of the way, but she got back up a little while ago, and he was on the ground with a rifle next to him, and now they've taken him away.
So according to her witness, she says that he was just walking down the street and then out of nowhere just began spraying bullets.
She assumed that he just got freaked out because of the cop car. The police were there. I don't know why, and he just pulled a gun out. No, there was no provocation. There was nothing started. The cops didn't approach him. He just pulled out a gun and started shooting. And it is a rifle.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, it looks like things are clearing up here. Hopefully that is the case. We are going to go try to check back in with police now that it seems things are calmed down, and we'll get back to you. For now, live on the scene, Heather Walker in Wyoming, 24-hour News 8.
Okay, Heather, talking with that witness there who says his wife saw the suspect simply walking down the street. No one approached this person.
Right. With each witness interview, you're getting a little bit more nuance as to what might have happened. And that last witness interview seemed to indicate that this was an ambush.
Yeah,
that the officer was simply sitting in the cruiser when the man with the long gun approached and started shooting.
Well, it's just unclear at this time as to exactly what led up to it. But now this witness account is that this suspect was simply walking down the street, saw the police officer, and pulled out a long gun. So what led up to that, we don't know, or the state of mind of that suspect at the time. It's just all very unclear. We still don't know the condition of the officer that was taken to St. Mary's. We don't know the condition of the suspect that was in the middle of the road and loaded into an ambulance, according to witnesses there.
But if Heather is saying that the situation seems to have at least leveled out to the point where they're being able to clear some of the personnel that are on the scene, that would seem to indicate that there is no sort of standoff situation that's unfolding, that they really aren't looking for anybody else, that the situation for all intents and purposes is over, and now the investigation will get underway and they'll try to figure out how this all started to unfold and the details of which will follow.
Joe LaFurgy is standing by at St. Mary's right now. Joe, what are you seeing? Joe LaFurgy?
Yes, Susan, we're at the ambulance entrance to St. Mary's, and this is where the officer was brought in just a short time ago. We have seen, and I believe we shared those images with you earlier, Public Safety Chief from Wyoming, James Carmody, out walking around on his cell phone back and forth. We were not able to get his attention. Obviously, his thoughts, his work is elsewhere right now. He's worried about that officer. So we don't have a good idea of what that officer is. Now, we just also saw another officer pull in here from with the City of Wyoming patch on him. You would expect to see several officers show up here at the scene to check on their wounded comrade. That's one of the tough parts of these situations. You have an active crime scene that Wyoming Police Department have to take care of. They have to investigate, yet one of their own is down here in the hospital. So it is a tough situation for these officers. Again, we're continuing to keep an eye here and wait till Chief Carmody comes out. And a lot of Grand Rapids police officers on the scene here as well. We don't know if that has anything to do with the situation in Wyoming. There are several Grand Rapids police cars here. That may be just a matter of course. Obviously, a big city hospital like this, you're going to have a lot of police presence for other things. But right now, we're waiting to see what happens. And you see another Wyoming officer going in there to the hospital right now to see what happens here and if we can come up and get an update on that officer. But again, right now, you have that crime scene, that active crime scene, and you have the chief in here and other officers trying to check on the condition of this officer, let family members know, let his fellow officers know, his or her fellow officers know as well. So they've got a lot to juggle right now. You have to understand probably why a lot of information is not coming out, but we are on scene here. We'll be standing by, and we will let you know as soon as we get some word from inside the emergency room here at St. Mary's.
Okay, Joe LaFerci reporting live from St. Mary's Hospital today. We'll ask him to hang out as well as we continue to try to get some more information on what exactly unfolded in the city of Wyoming this afternoon. We can confirm, though, that the suspect involved is in custody, was taken down in custody, placed into an ambulance and taken away, and the officer, as we've been reporting too, was taken to the hospital.
This whole thing